Hi everybody, I'm Nick with Drain My Lawn, and today we're going to talk about vented downspout adapters. So we have a video, you might have seen it, I've linked in the description and I'll put in the comments, but we have a video where I show you how to make your own vented clean out for drainage. And up until rather recently, this was the best way to do it, because you would you give yourself access to your system. It's great. So it required, just look at the video if you want to see how you can make it. If you're in a pinch and you still need to make it, it's still a good idea. But I showed you how to do it with the PVC over here and the corrugated. They're both basically the same as far as how they function. The PVC was a few less parts, but it wound up being more difficult for us, and they're harder to find, the pieces. So ultimately it wasn't great, and so we actually, even though it looked better, we didn't use it very much. So at the end of the day, it still looked like a plumbing part attached to your downspouts. So a little bit after that video, probably, I don't know, 6 months or so after that video, French Drain Man reached out and they sent us this awesome new French Drain Man vented clean out adapter. And so we got it, we looked at it, we tested it, we started just testing it next to, all right, how long does it take to put this versus make this, parts, time, all that stuff. And pretty much on every measure, actually not pretty much, every measure, the French Drain Man vented downspout was the way to go. And so we actually use this exclusively. I'll show you how this actually replaces a few of the parts. So this essentially replaces these 3 parts, but it's even better than that. So you get one whole vented downspout, you get one whole package. Now, one of the things that you can tell that when this is made by someone who installs this stuff is this feature. And it's not going to seem like much if you're a DIYer. Trust me, it matters. Take that off. So just this feature of being able to take this lid off and slide this all the way up the downspout when you're installing this. Because with these, you can't do that. With these, they're all like squared off in the middle, and you can't put them all the way up the downspout. You have to set them there, and you have to crunch the pipe down and get it in. With the same with the PVC, they have this little, and so when they have this little square, you can't slide it up there, and it makes it really difficult to get the pipe installed right, to like put it up to the downspout and line it up, because you have to get everything just right. And if it's wrong, if you cut something too short, you then are just really frustrated. So this makes it a lot easier. You bring it up to the downspout, you slide this up the downspout, out of your way. That's out of the way. You bring this in right to where the downspout is. Make sure it's cut the size. So you just bring it up, take a hacksaw, cut your downspout, and you slide it right under. And then you bring your downspout right up on top, and this clicks in. It has some tabs here, but it just clicks in, and it just looks seamless. It looks like you did it perfectly, because the downspout's nice inside there. It's not coming off. You have about a 2-inch lip where it's not going to clink off of there. Then you have your access. This is your door. I mean, this looks so much better than a Y with this great thing here that you have to like fish out. You just pop this door off and you check to see. Now, this leaf filter, this is the other thing that's really cool. We actually experimented before French Drain Man gave this to us. We were experimenting with how to filter out leaves with these things, and we're just so not successful. It was so difficult, so we just stopped. But they have this filter here, this leaf filter, and it's at like, I don't know, a 75-degree angle. And what happens is all the debris goes down in there, and even when you get a bunch of debris in, it flows to the front, and it still allows water flow to get through there. We have not had these back up. Now, I was a little skeptical when we first got them, especially when you get like big maple leaves, things like that fall in there. I was a little skeptical to see if that actually was the case. So far in our testing, it has been the case. I'm sure you can back them up if they get completely clogged, sure. That's just like with anything. But you just open the door, unclog it, and you're good to go. And then if you don't really want to deal with the filter, so sometimes you might have this thing and you'll have a downspout under a deck that you know you're just not going to ever get to, and you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to have to worry about going in there and cleaning out. You can just take this out and put it off to the side, and you still have a vented cleanout, because having a vented cleanout even without a filter is still valuable. because you need to be able to access this. You throw a water hose in there. If you ever get a clog, you can run the. You ever get a clog? You can run a jetter in there. But having access to your downspouts is really important. I spend a lot of my time talking to customers where they have systems and I can't really check them because I want to be able to access it. If I can't get that downspout off, like if it's PVC or if it's really tight on there and there's no clean out, I have no way to actually verify it. So I have to ask the customer to watch it for the next rain and see if it shoots out. So the French Drain Man vented downspout cleanout. Hopefully I said that right, what it actually is called. This is what we use exclusively now, and we highly recommend it. Go to FrenchDrainMan.com. You can get it directly from them. They'll ship it to you. If you're in the Charlotte area or you want to come by and you want to buy some pipe, French Drain Man pipe, come to us. Give us a call or email us, 704-489-3444. We'll get you set up. But here's one of the other things. A couple things here. The Y's here, this is another inside thing that you don't really think about until you actually watch it and play it out when you're putting it together. This is a female connection, and then you have to go to a male connection. And what happens is water leaks around these things. When you put a male connection here, it just leaks around the outside. French Drain Man built this to where it is a male connection that will go into a female connection, whether it's a pipe or whether it's to a 90 degree. You still need to put a piece of pipe in here, but you get the idea. There's no leaking. Oops. There's no leaking going on here. Water's going in, male to female, everything's great. It flows. You don't have to seal it for it not to leak, all that stuff. That is a big deal. It's a big win. And if you have enough space and clearance in the way your system is set up, and you want to have a sweeping elbow, you can still do that. You can just connect this directly to the pipe, and they put these connections on here so well, they click in. They click in, you're hard pressed to take this off. I'm gonna break the whole thing apart. So actually, it kind of looks like itself. Someone's gonna comment, looks like you've never done that before. And actually, I have not done this before, so I'm making a video about this. This is the other thing. You can directly connect this to a pipe. Now, you may not like the blue pipe, you can cover it up, or you can paint it black, or you can tape it. But this is awesome. This is not gonna leak. You cannot do that with these. You can't do that with really the only way you can do it is with the previous, take this and just connect it in, but you have no access at that point. So the French Drain Man has solved the problem for downspout cleanouts. Highly recommend it. We use it exclusively. All of our downspouts get this, without exception. So customer can say, I don't want that. I'm like, well, this is what we use. That's how we connect. We do not connect directly with these. We have a bunch of them back there. We don't use them. So we use these because they are the best. We know we're going to service them. They're going to leak less. They're going to have less problems, and they just look better. They look better than a big Y sticking out. So go to FrenchDrainMan.com. You can get them directly from them. That way you don't have to go shopping through the aisles of Lowe's trying to figure out how to piece these together. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I typically respond in a couple days. Most people get a response, so sorry if I've missed yours. If you have any questions, or if you want to see something else, or have us review something else, or do a video about some other drainage topic, let me know. But in the meantime, have a blessed day, and thanks for watching.